Today we're going to discuss what shirts you should be wearing this fall and winter to keep yourself both stylish, comfortable, and warm. Let's get right into it. So the first option is going to be the trusty polo shirt. I am actually wearing one right now. This is one of my favorite ones. So at one point I actually wasn't really big into polo shirts. I just gave up on them for a long time, for like a couple of years. But once I discovered Collars & Co. with these dress collar polos, these things are absolutely awesome. They're my favorite shirts. Probably my favorite shirts, not even my favorite polo shirts. So this is the first time that I'm actually wearing polos into the tail end of October, going into November right now, current time I'm filming this video. So when should you wear polo shirts? Well, I would say stay away from wearing t-shirts this season and always opt for a polo shirt. It's going to be just as functional as a t-shirt, where it's a short sleeve shirt. If it's a little bit hotter, if the heat's on, or maybe we have a little bit of like a warmer day, like especially in the early fall, it's going to feel just like a t-shirt. It's a short sleeve shirt, like you can see, pretty much a t-shirt with a collar, but it does have that collar. And what that collar does is it frames your face, so it makes you appear narrower. It also makes your chest appear broader, and it makes your waist appear slimmer as well. So it definitely helps in building up your appearance as a strong, muscular guy, basically. Now, short sleeve polo shirts aren't going to be as good as some of the longer sleeve options we're going to talk about today. However, one thing you can do is throw on a sweater over your polo. So this sweater I just threw on, it is a lightweight merino v-neck wool sweater. It's wool, it's not cotton cashmere. Wool I find is the warmest option, and for me it also keeps me from overheating. So you can't even really tell that I'm wearing a polo shirt right now. You don't see the sleeves peeking out here because the sleeves end up here, but you still got that nice collar framing your face. This one is actually a v-neck, so now you're able to utilize your short sleeve polo shirt, but also if you throw on a lightweight fitted sweater like this one that I have, it's going to keep that silhouette of broad shoulders, narrow waist, what you want, long, slim, and narrow. One thing you're going to want to make sure to do when you do wear these sweaters is you are going to want to tuck your polo shirt in. I don't wear my polo shirts tucked in if I'm just wearing a polo and jeans or a polo and khaki pants. But if I'm wearing a sweater, then I'm definitely going to tuck it in. You don't want your polo shirt to start just look like that. You can't really tell because this is a similar color of my jeans, but it always looks better to tuck your polos in if you're going to wear any sort of sweater on top. You don't have to go with the v-neck sweater. You can go with the crew neck sweater. Collars & Co. actually has some quarter zip sweaters. Those sweaters are still going to create those big broad shoulders and slim waist, which is going to make you look strong and lean. So this is definitely a look that I'm going to be rocking this fall and winter. Now that look was actually pretty formal, and some may say even preppy. If you don't like it, totally understand. I admit for a long time I wasn't too fond of that look either, but now I really enjoy it because the merino sweaters are nice and form-fitting and warm, and they're just unobtrusive and very functional. But if you don't want to resort to throwing a sweater over your short sleeve shirt, you could always go with the next option, which is the long sleeve light blue Oxford cloth button down shirt. So I actually have 3 of these shirts. I used to live in these shirts, especially in the fall, winter, and spring. They're a bit too heavy to wear in the summertime because they're not as light. That means that these shirts are actually going to be really good to wear in the fall and winter because you actually do get more insulating properties out of this shirt. This shirt's going to keep you warmer even with the sleeves rolled up like I have right now than that Collars & Co. polo shirt, which is a very lightweight fabric and more made for the summer. Nice thing about a long sleeve shirt is you can keep it rolled up like this, or if you get chilly, you can roll it down, and now it's just going to be a little bit of an extra layer to keep you warmer when it gets a little bit cooler. Maybe you're in your workplace, maybe you're in your house, and the temperature is kind of going up and down. You can't get the heat right. These shirts are going to be a great option for those scenarios. Now, the light blue Oxford cloth button-down shirt is probably one of the most versatile shirts that you can own in your wardrobe. This shirt can pretty much do anything. Think of it as your alternative to a dress shirt. It's a nice casual option. Again, more geared for the cooler months. I've tried wearing these in the summertime and I just sweat like crazy. They're a little bit too warm and stuffy, but unless it's like 90 degrees on the beach, if it's 70 degrees or lower, these shirts work. They're appropriate. And with the button-down collar, it does keep your collar nice and intact. You don't have to worry about those collar stays. You don't have to worry about the collar flying away and doing all that nutsy stuff. Like some of the collars just end up falling down like that. I will say with these shirts is just beware if the shirt starts to fall down like that, just button that second button right there and leave it like that. This is going to look totally fine. And when I'm not sure, this is the way that I wear it. Sometimes I do wear it open like that. However, this is totally fine. Limitation to this shirt, this is just me. I would not wear a tie with a button-down collar. You can get these shirts that has a collar like this. If you're gonna wear a tie, you should definitely use a collar like this one. But that's just me. Some guys like to wear a tie with their button-down collars. I personally don't think it looks good. Go with that semi-spread collar. It's not a button-down, and it always is gonna look better in my opinion. If I get up and close, you can see the fabric on this one is different than the fabric on this dress shirt. The dress shirts have a nice smooth fabric, and dress shirts are more geared for a little bit lighter of a weight cotton or other materials, other luxurious materials that they're made out of depending on the dress shirt that you get. But one of you asked why not to wear a dress shirt in the fall or winter. This pretty much can stand in as a dress shirt, and some people may say that this is actually a dress shirt. I guess you can call it a dress shirt, but this is an Oxford shirt, not to be confused with a dress shirt. However, a dress shirt and an Oxford shirt can serve the same purposes, but a dress shirt's always going to be more dressy. A dress shirt's not going to have that textured pattern that the Oxford cloth is going to have. And now this shirt, it is warmer than the polo shirt, and you do have the ability to roll the sleeves down and button them up to keep you a bit warmer. However, if it gets super cold, you still have the ability to throw on that merino V-neck sweater that we just had on before over the Oxford shirt. It's a little bit harder to put it on. You got to mess with the sleeves a little bit just to get it perfect. And I always like to have the shirt peeking out of the collars. It just looks a little bit more formal, and it actually looks pretty nice because then you could see that it matches the collar and the shirt that you're wearing. Now, a nice thing about the button-down collar is that if you keep it buttoned down, it's never going to come over here and pop out of your sweater. I personally can't stand when shirts do that. So that's the really nice thing about that button-down collar, as opposed to just the collar that doesn't button down and is just super stiff. It could actually start to overtake your sweater. And while maybe this was a good look back in the 90s, I'm not into this look. You could do it if you want, but I would say stick to the button-down collar. Keep it neat, keep it nice, keep it modern. It's not going to be as distracting. You're going to look a lot more masculine if you do it this way. Between the light blue Oxford shirt, this medium gray sweater, and the dark wash jeans, this look is pretty much a staple, and you can do anything with this look. You can wear a nice sport coat with this look. You can wear a nice leather jacket with this look. You can really just do anything. You can even wear a more casual jacket like a field jacket, or throw on a nice lightweight shirt jacket over it just to keep it a bit warmer. This is a super versatile look between the Oxford cloth button down and the merino V-neck sweater. Super versatile, super comfortable, and super warm as well. And it also is not going to allow you to overheat either. So that merino wool is going to do a good job of regulating your temperature. The third shirt we're going to talk about is going to actually be that merino V-neck sweater. You can choose a sweater with the quarter zip. You can choose the crew neck if you want. However, I think that the V-neck always has the edge over those other sweaters because you can wear a collared shirt underneath it. That collared shirt can still frame your face, while the merino V-neck sweater, V-neck, not crew neck, not quarter zip, and merino, not cotton, not cashmere, that's not going to be as warm. This is going to do a really good job of allowing that collared shirt to still frame your face and still make your shoulders appear broad, but it's going to add another layer to your outfit while keeping you warm and looking super stylish as well. Now, a more formal option of this would be the khaki colored chinos and a navy blue sweater. You could do that as well. I've also worn the navy blue sweater with the blue jeans as well. It gets to a point where it's a little bit tricky at that point because a lot of my outerwear is actually navy blue. So if I'm wearing a navy sweater, navy jeans, navy outerwear, it gets a bit tough. It starts to just clash together. So just think about it. If you like to wear dark wash denim, then definitely invest in one or two grays and then get that navy blue for other scenarios. If you like wearing gray pants, khaki pants, olive pants, then the navy blue is also going to work for that. Or if you have other options for outerwear, then that navy blue merino sweater is going to do a good job of working with your jeans. So you definitely should invest in a merino V-neck sweater. They're classic, super versatile, super warm, super comfortable, and they keep you looking awesome. But now what if you want something a little bit warmer, but a lot more casual? You're going camping, it's Halloween, maybe it's something where it's a little bit too dressy. This looks a little bit too dressy. And even if you take this sweater off, you're still wearing a light blue Oxford shirt, and most of the population is going to say you're wearing a dress shirt, basically. They don't know the difference between the Oxford cloth button-down shirt and the dress shirt. Well, that's where we have the fourth option, last but not least, is the flannel shirt. Now, flannel shirts are a lot more casual, the most casual shirts that are on this list today. However, depending on the plaid pattern that you choose, you could also start to dress these up as well. You can see when I stand further away like this shirt is slightly fitted. It's a little bit looser than that Oxford shirt. It's not going to make me appear bigger, broader shoulders and slim waist, more muscular and leaner as the polo shirt, the Oxford shirt, or that merino sweater that I was just wearing. It's still going to be a nice option, and it's always going to look better than a t-shirt. Anything on this list is going to look better than a t-shirt. I don't like to wear t-shirts out in public unless I'm going to the gym. I always prefer to wear a flannel shirt, at least in the cooler months. Especially the button-up shirts are so easy to just throw on and button up, whereas the polo shirts, you just have to pull them over your head every single time. Same thing with that sweater. You got to pull them over all the time. And then it's a little bit too much adjusting. The button-up shirts are easy to just throw on. And as you can see, I've also opted for the button-down collar right here. I could wear the top two buttons unbuttoned, but because the collar isn't as stiff, it's not as dressy of a shirt, I prefer to just button it all the way up here. It's warmer, and it looks more neat anyway when you button it all the way up. And it does still accentuate your shoulders and make your waist appear lean, which is going to make you appear more muscular and leaner. Now this particular flannel is from LL Bean. I really like the LL Bean flannels. They feel nice and loose, but they also look pretty fitted, and they're very comfortable as well. Very warm too, and reasonably priced. They've got some really nice plaid options this fall. I would say definitely wait for those sales to start coming November, which is right around the corner. But these are a great option for when you want to stay warm and appear a little bit nicer than if you just show up wearing a t-shirt and a hooded sweatshirt, for example. I've also got this gray plaid pattern, which is a nice option. Typically, if you stick with those lighter color options like this one, the one I just showed you, or a lighter blue, you're going to be able to wear those colors with those dark wash jeans, and you're going to be able to dress it up a little bit more. Whereas if this was just a super dark or black or an orange or yellow, maybe you wouldn't be able to dress it up as more. It would definitely look a lot more casual and fit in those maybe Sunday pumpkin picking activities. However, you're going to get more mileage out of a shirt that actually is a bit lighter in color, and you can actually start to throw your sweaters on, or if you're brave, even your sport coat or blazers on over. It's still going to look like you're wearing a flannel, but you actually can dress up a flannel as well. Flannel shirts, one of my favorites. It's nice, it's casual, and think of flannels as your t-shirts of the winter and fall. They're going to look a lot better because it's a button-up shirt, but it's also going to feel nice and comfortable and keep you warmer. Now, speaking of t-shirts, another thing you should be doing, Calvin Klein undershirts. These are on Amazon, they're reasonably priced. They're going to keep you warmer. I always like wearing undershirts because I don't burn through my nice shirts like my flannels, my Oxford shirts, my polo shirts. Definitely get the V-neck. So even if I wore this all the way open like this, you wouldn't even really be able to tell that I was wearing an undershirt. Unless you really looked, it's poking out right there. But especially if you button it all the way up to that second button, this is going to look a lot better than if you had a t-shirt up to here, a white t-shirt. It's going to just be jumping out at you. So definitely invest in some deep V undershirts. I've got Amazon links below to these particular undershirts. The Calvin Klein ones are really nice, and like I said, they're reasonably priced. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this helped. Definitely get creative. These are some awesome options. Like I said, these shirts are going to keep you comfortable, warm, and looking stylish as ever. So that's going to do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting. I see you in the comments. I'm responding. I try to respond to all the comments on all my videos. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye.